Hello, dear students. Today we will discuss the first essay that is there in your course, At the Himalayas by Rabindranath Tagore. You must have gone through the course content. We have 5 poems, 2 essays, and 3 short stories. The first essay is At the Himalayas by Rabindranath Tagore. Now, this is a short version, a small piece that has been taken from his autobiography. That is My Reminiscences. What are reminiscences? Generally, what happens is, अभी reminiscence as a word की हम बात कर रहे हैं. The word means that you are remembering an event that happened in the past. जो story लिख रहे हैं या as an individual also, let us not talk about story. Let us see what reminiscence means. It means a event that has happened in the past. कोई बात जो past में गुजर गई है, एक ऐसा किस्सा जो हमें याद आता है, उसको हम reminiscences बोलते हैं. Okay. Now this is Tagore's autobiography, और जो At the Himalayas है, it is shortened version of chapter 15 of Tagore's autobiography, My Reminiscences, which was written in 1911. Now, as the name says, My Reminiscences, what Tagore remembers in this whole book, or let us talk about chapter 15, or let us talk about At the Himalayas. Now, in this essay, he gives us a glimpse, there is a glimpse of Tagore's interaction with nature in Dalhousie Hills of Himachal Pradesh. Dalhousie is in which district? Chamba district. And second, the essay, what the essay provides you, it provides an idea of Tagore's informal education that he received from his father and his own experiences. So it is a very small extract, a very small version, a very shortened version of chapter 15, and these two are the main let us say aspects of the essay. Now let us see what is there in the essay At the Himalayas by Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore, we know that he is the first Asian who was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. And he has also written our national anthem. I hope you all must be aware of this. Now, let's read something about his autobiography. That is not his autobiography, but his biography that is given here. And begin with the essay. Rabindranath Tagore is well known for being the first Indian to be awarded Nobel Prize in 1913 for his book Gitanjali. देखिए underline किया गया है इसको. You can see clearly Gitanjali. It has been underlined because it is the form of a book. और जब मैंने आपको इसके बारे में बताया था, लेकिन अगर इन्हीं की एक पोएम हम लेंगे जो कि गीतांजलि में से है, जिसका नाम है Where the Mind is Without Fear, तो हम क्या करेंगे, हम उसको इटैलिक्स में इन्वर्टेड कॉमास में लिखेंगे, जैसे कि मैंने यहाँ एसे का लिखा है, या इससे पहले भी जो मैंने स्टोरीज आपसे शेयर करी हैं. प्लीज कीप इट माइंड, अगर आपको कुछ बताया जा रहा है तो उसके पीछे एक रीजन है कि आप सीखें. किताब का नाम always underline, and the name of a story, poem, essay, drama which is not in the form of a book, उसको हम double inverted commas में डालते हैं. ये technical rules हैं, learn them. Because of his profoundly sensitive, fresh and beautiful verse by which with consummate skill he has made his poetic thought expressed in his own English words, a part of the literature of the West for having composed the songs that were adopted as national anthem by India and Bangladesh, and for establishing Vishwa Bharati at Shanti Niketan, where students could learn in a relaxed atmosphere in the lap of nature. The rest half about his biography you people can read, because as far as our course is concerned, it doesn't hold much importance. So you can read this, the remaining thing, for your general knowledge. Okay. Now the present prose piece is an abridged होता है small version. Okay. एक बड़े एक्सट्रैक्ट का कुछ हिस्सा, जैसे कि वी नो दैट it is written here, abridged version of chapter 15 of his book, My Reminiscences. The memories described are passion tinged from his heart, thoughts, feelings, expressions coming direct from his heart. The memories described are passion tinged from his heart. However, Tagore points out in the first chapter of the book, it is as literary material that I offer my memory pictures. To take them as an attempt at autobiography would be a mistake. So Tagore is highlighting this fact that this book should not be studied, reminiscences की बात कर रहे हैं, it should not be studied as an autobiography. It is a literary material. It is for the sake of reading. Nothing all about autobiography is there. That is what he is claiming over here. Why I read this? Because I want कि आप ये बात याद रखें. That is why I have told you when I started introducing the essay. Now this is a little summary that is given. You may let us read it. Here Tagore describes in the language of a poet his interaction with nature in the Dalhousie Hills of Himachal Pradesh when he was about 11 years old. So he was 11 years old when he visited Dalhousie, and in this essay he is giving in detail as to how he enjoyed in the lap of nature in Himachal. He describes the eagerness with which he observed the various aspects of hills and forests, gorges hoti narrow valleys, है ना, and waterfalls, brightly shining stars. So all the aspects of nature that we see in our state is what really attracted or what was really liked by Rabindranath Tagore. He also gives interesting details about how his father educated him during his stay there. Tagore had attended formal schools for some years, but most of his education had been informal. That is, he studied at home. He did not go to school. His father would teach him about the stars and planets, etc., while actually watching the brightly shining stars late in the evening, which made the learning a thrilling experience. So, his father made learning so interesting that he never thought that I never went to school or I did not learn anything that is taught in the school. But his father has done a great job by making things very interesting for him. He taught him about stars, kaise sikhaya, by showing him the bright stars in the sky, night sky. Tagore also describes how studying indoors the more formal subjects like English and Sanskrit made him sleepy. His father used to teach him English and Sanskrit also, but when he knew कि Tagore को नींद आ रही है or he's feeling bored, he used to give him a break. Like Sanskrit and English made him sleepy, yet the sleepiness disappeared as soon as his father allowed him a break. And then he would joyfully go out to wander in the mountains, enjoying the varied charms of nature, various attractions of nature, mountains, birds, forest, valleys, and so many things. Tagore describes how his father not only permitted him to explore nature in the forest all alone, but also encouraged independence of mind in larger matters of life. वो कैसे है हम ऐसे में पढ़ेंगे. Let him learn from experience. मेन चीज आपको ये याद रखनी है दैट हिज फादर गेव हिम अपॉर्चुनिटी. ऑब्वियसली वो उनको फॉर्मल एजुकेशन, फॉर्मल नहीं, इनफॉर्मल एजुकेशन दे रहे थे टेगोर के फादर, बट साइड बाय साइड ही वॉज ऑल्सो गिविंग हिम लेसन ऑफ लाइफ. और वो लेसन ऑफ लाइफ क्या था? दैट इट इज ऑलवेज गुड टू लर्न फ्रॉम योर एक्सपीरियंस एंड फ्रॉम मिस्टेक्स ऑल्सो, राइट? सिर्फ एक्सपीरियंस से ही नहीं लर्न कर रहे हैं, मिस्टेक्स से भी लर्न कर रहे हैं. His father let him make his own choices, to take his stand, and was not worried about making his mistakes or suffering because of them. His father taught him by providing an example in the form of his own way of life instead of forcing discipline on him. Now this is interesting कि उन्होंने इम्पोज नहीं किया कुछ, एक स्ट्रिक्ट डिसिप्लिन नहीं रखा, रादर ही गेव हिम दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी दैट ही शुड लर्न फ्रॉम हिज एक्सपीरियंस, ही शुड लर्न फ्रॉम हिज mistakes. Now here begins the essay. We stayed about a month in Amritsar and towards the middle of April started for the Dalhousie Hills. The last few days at Amritsar seemed as if they would never pass. The call of the Himalayas was so strong on me. He was longing to visit the Himalayas. The terraced hillsides as we went up in a झांपन. झांपन होती है जो ओपन पाल की होती है. हम हिमाचली हैं, हम सबको पता है झांपन क्या होता है. टेरेस्ड हिल, डू यू नो व्हाट इज टेरेस्ड हिल? जैसे वो खेत बनाए जाते हैं ना यहाँ पे हमारे हिल्स में, माउंटेन्स में, दैट इज टेरेस्ड hillsides. Were all aflame, that is, they were shining bright with the beauty of the flowering spring crops. When the spring season is there in Himachal, everything is beautiful, full of flowers. The trees which give up fruits, they are full of with the sprigs and the flowers that come in those trees, right? So he's saying flowering spring crops. Every morning we would make a start after our bread and milk, and before sunset take shelter for the night in the next stagging bungalow where people stay, where people spend their nights, like a hotel, let us say. My eyes had no rest the livelong day, whole day, full day. So great was my fear lest anything should escape them. Lest anything should escape them का simple सा मतलब है कि मेरी नजरों से कुछ छूट ना जाए. The beauty of the Himalayas was so charming that Tagore did not want that he missed upon something. ये मतलब है इसका. Wherever at a turn of road into a gorge, the great forest trees were found clustering closer, and from underneath their shade a little waterfall trickling out like a little daughter of the hermitage playing in the feet of hoary sages. होरी होते हैं aged, और hermitage hermits है ना, जहाँ hermits रहते हैं. Sages wrapped in meditation. Sages, saints, sadhus जो meditation करते हैं हिमालयाज में जाके. Babbling its way over the black moss covered rocks. Moss we all understand, right? That small green soft grass. There are jhampan bearers. There the jhampan bearers would put down their burden and take a rest. Why, oh why had we to leave such spots behind? Cried my thirsty heart. Why could we not stay on there forever? Now he is so much charmed. He's feeling the beauty is so magnificent of the Himalayas, of the nature, that he doesn't want to go from that place. He wants to live there only. You know, whatever sight he sees, उनको ये लगता है कि मैं वहीं रह जाऊं, मुझे और आगे नहीं जाना है. This is so beautiful. This is the great advantage of the first vision. The mind is not then aware that there are many more such to come. अब ये जो first vision है ना, this is like for us who live in Himachal, who live in the Himalayas, हमारे लिए hills, the beauty of spring season, या beauty of when the fruits are there on the trees, और द वैलीज, वाटरफॉल्स, नदी नाले, झरने हमारे लिए बड़ी नॉर्मल सी चीज़ है. लेकिन बिकॉज हम रोज़ देखते हैं, लेकिन जिसने उसे फर्स्ट टाइम देखा है, ये फर्स्ट विजन का मतलब समझा रही हूँ, उनके लिए इट इज़ समथिंग न्यू एंड दे वांट दैट दे शुड ऑलवेज कीप सीइंग दैट. समझ रहे हैं आप मेरी बात? मतलब हमारे लिए इट इज अ कॉमन थिंग, बट फॉर द पर्सन हु इज सीइंग इट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, फॉर देम इट इज लाइक वाओ, इट इज so good. You know, the first impression that they get, that is the first vision. They don't want to go from here, they want to live here forever. Unke liye it is something truly new, but for us or for people who are already living at such a place, for them it is a normal thing. When this comes to be known to the calculating organ, it promptly tries to make a saving in its expenditure of attention. हम रोज नहीं नोटिस करते हैं क्योंकि हम रोज देख रहे हैं ये चीजें, हमारे लिए आम चीजें हैं ये, common things. It is only when it believes something to be rare and that the mind ceases to be miserly in assigning values. Miser क्या होता है? कंजूस. So he feels that जब ये रेयर ऑप्शन होती है ना पर्सन के पास टू व्यू सच ब्यूटीज ऑफ नेचर, फॉर हिम देन ही डजंट बिकम्स माइजर, ही इज लाइक ही पेज full attention to that particular view or that particular scenery. So in the streets of Calcutta, I sometimes imagine myself a foreigner, and only then do I discover how much is to be seen, which is lost so long as its full value in attention is not paid. That I have to give full attention to it so that I can carry, the memory of these with me, because I cannot stay here forever. It is the hunger to really see which drives people to travel to strange places. Now we see that even in summers there is a huge crowd of people visiting Shimla and the nearby places that are of huge importance as far as tourism is concerned. तो उस कनेक्शन में आप इस चीज को बेटर समझ सकते हैं. For us all these things are common places, but for them it is rare. It is something जिसको वो हमेशा के लिए अपने साथ they want to carry it with them forever, or they want to stay here forever, which they can't do because उनके homes kahin aur hain, their family is somewhere else. Okay, I hope now this particular thing is clear कि importance क्या होती है किसी चीज की. हम जहां हमेशा रहते हैं हमारे लिए नहीं है, लेकिन जो विजिटर्स हैं उनके लिए it has huge value, I should say. My father left his little cash box in my charge. Cash box, piggy banks जिसको हम बोलते हैं, या पैसे समझ लीजिए आप, पैसों का बॉक्स एक, right? He had no reason to imagine that I was the fittest custodian जो उसको संभाल के रखेगा, of the considerable sums he kept, sums money, in it for use on the way. तो जो wallet बोले हम, या let us say the box that was carrying money, वो किसके पास रखी थी? टैगोर के फादर ने टैगोर के पास. Now this is how he is giving him real education जिसे हम बोलते हैं, या real experiences of life, that आप पैसे कैसे संभालते हो. That is what he is teaching him through this. He would certainly have felt safer with it in the hands of Kishori, his attendant. So I can only suppose he wanted to train me to the responsibility, that I am able to take responsibility of keeping money with me. टैगोर के फादर ये सिखाना चाह रहे थे उनको कि टैगोर should learn the responsibility of keeping money. One day as we reached the Stagging bungalow, I forgot to make it over to him and left it lying on a table. So one day when they came out, टैगोर से गलती से वो पैकेट या बॉक्स टेबल पे रह गया. And what happened because of that? This earned me a reprimand. Reprimand is डांट लगना, है ना, जिसको हम रिब्यूक भी बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में, या स्कोल्डिंग्स भी बोलते हैं. डांट पड़ी उसको इस irresponsible behavior के लिए. Every time we got at the end of a stage, my father had chairs placed for us outside the bungalow, and there we sat. At dusk came on, the stars blazed out wonderfully through the clear mountain atmosphere, and my father showed me constellations or treated me to an astronomical discourse. Astronomical discourses, उनको planets के बारे में बताया. So this is how his father was teaching him. आई होप आप लोगों को डस्क और डॉन के बीच में फ़र्क पता है. यहाँ डस्क यूज़ हुआ है. डस्क इज़ व्हेन द डे एंड द नाइट मीट एंड द नाइट इज़ अबाउट टू बिगिन, एंड डॉन इज़ व्हेन द मॉर्निंग इज़ अबाउट टू बिगिन, है ना. दो अलग अलग चीज़ें हैं, डस्क, डॉन. सो बाय गिविंग हिम रियल एक्सपीरियंसेस, पहले इस पैराग्राफ में उन्होंने क्या सिखाया टैगोर को? हाउ डू वी he taught him to be a responsible person. And here he is giving him real life lessons of astrology. He is telling him about the planets and stars. The house we had taken at Bakrota, which is again near Dalhousie only, was on the first hilltop. Though it was nearing May, month of May, it was still bitterly cold here. So much so that on the shady side of the hill, the winter frost had not yet melted. बर्फ दिख रही थी hills के ऊपर, even in the month of May. My father was not at all nervous about allowing me to wander about freely even here. So his father used to allow him that he can go around and wander in the nature all alone. Some way below our house there stretched a spur thickly wooded with deodars. Deodars हम सबको पता है, trees जो शान है हिमाचल की, Into this wilderness I would venture alone with my iron spiked staff. Iron spiked staff तो हो गया बहुत लंबा सा डंडा, right? And it had ये जो pointed उसका edge था, it was made of iron. अगर कोई जंगली जानवर या कुछ आ जाए तो आयरन स्टाफ से मार सकते. पहले शिकार के लिए यूज किया जाता था आयरन स्पाइक्ड स्टाफ. These lordly forest trees with their huge shadows towering there like so many giants, what immense lives had they lived through the centuries. Is talking about the trees, that huge trees of the jungle. They must have led an immense life. And yet this boy of only the other day was crawling round about their trunks unchallenged. So he was moving. He was allowed by his father to move alone in the forest. He was feeling great about it. I seemed to feel a presence the moment I stepped into their shade, as of solid coolness of some old world saurian. ये बना है dinosaurs से, the dinosaurs that have become extinct, or you can say a reptile that is there. And the checkered light and shade of the leafy mold seemed like its scales, जैसे कि lizard की या छिपकली की जो body होती है ना, या crocodile की भी वो checkered होती है, checkered having patches. That is what this means. Now my room was at the end of the house. Lying on my bed, I could see through the uncurtained windows the distant snowy peaks shining dimly in the starlight. So रात को, what did he see? He see the mountains full with snow. They were shining in the starlight. See the starlight, not the sunlight, okay? Sometimes at what hour I could not make out. I, half awakened, would see my father wrapped in a red shawl with a lighted lamp in his hand, softly passing by to the glazed veranda where he sat at his devotions. After one more sleep, I would find him at my bedside, rousing me with a push, before yet the darkness of the night had passed. This was my appointed art for memorizing, याद करना मतलब Sanskrit declension. So he used to learn Sanskrit in the morning time. His father used to teach him. What an excruciating winter awakening from the kerosene warmth of my blankets. Now, when it is winters, we all know one thing that we all love is to bask in the sun, and the second कि बिस्तरे से बाहर, बेड से बाहर निकलने को हमें कोई ना बोले. So that is what he is saying here. By the time sun rose, my father, after his prayers finished with me, our morning milk, and then I standing at his side, he would once more hold communion with God, connection with God, chanting the Upanishads, our holy books, right? Then we would go out for a walk, but how should I keep pace with him? Pace मतलब उनके साथ नहीं चल सकता था मैं. Many an older person could not. So after a while I would give it up and scramble back through some shortcut up the mountainside. So his father used to walk so fast कि उनके साथ pace up करना, उनके साथ चलना मुश्किल हो जाता था. After my father's return, I had an hour of English lesson. तो शुरू किससे होता था? Sanskrit lessons, then a walk, and so then the Upanishads, and then the walk, and then the English lessons after coming back. After 10 o'clock came the bath in icy cold water. Oh my god. It was no use asking the servants to temper it with a jug full of hot water. So his father used to make him bathe. नहाने के लिए ठंडा icy cold water use करते थे. And he said, I could not even ask the servants to put a jug full of hot water. To give me courage, my father would tell of the unbearably freezing bathes he had himself been through his younger days. So his father used to share his experience with him. Another penance, another problem, another torture was the drinking of milk. My father was very fond of milk and could take quantities of it. But अब देखिए ये जो 3 dots आप देख रहे हैं ना, यहाँ से कुछ पार्ट omit कर दिया गया है. तभी कह रहे हैं कि ये ऐसे क्या है? ऐसे is shortened version of chapter 15 of his book My Reminiscences. My appetite is एक भूख जो होती है, एक hunger जो होता है. For milk was grievously wanting. He did not like milk. Unfortunately, we used to have our milk together, so I had to throw myself on the mercy of the servants and to their human kindness. I was indebted for my goblet being thenceforth more than half full of foam. तो servants उसकी help कैसे करते थे? They used to whisk, जैसे कि कॉफी को हम शेक करते हैं, whisk करते हैं, तो half of the glass was milk and rest of the glass was all foam. That is how the servants helped him. After our midday meal lessons began again, but this was more than flesh and blood could stand. My outraged morning sleep would have its revenge. तो अब जब next lesson start होते थे, he says that was the time I used to feel very sleepy. Have its revenge and I would be toppling over with uncontrollable drowsiness. ये हम में से सब experience कर चुके हैं, है ना? Something when it is too boring, we are reading, और जब हमें कोई पढ़ा रहा है ऐसे और जो चीज़ हमें पसंद नहीं आ रही है या नहीं समझ आ रही है और we are tired of studying, तो हम half of the time we are falling on the book, sleeping. Drowsiness, sleeping. Nevertheless, no sooner did my father take pity on my plight and let me off than my sleepiness was off likewise. चली जाती थी नींद, खत्म हो जाती थी जब father allow करते थे to take a break. Then ho for the mountains. So you used to take a walk or take a stroll in the mountains. Staff in hand, I often wander away from one peak to another, but my father did not object. To the end of his life, I have observed, he never stood in the way of our independence. उनकी freedom में father ने कोई objection नहीं लगाया. He was not a hard taskmaster. Many a time I said or done things repugnant alike to his taste and his judgment. With a word, he could have stopped me. तो कुछ चीज़ें मैंने ऐसी करी जो शायद फादर कभी अप्रूव नहीं करते, बट ही डिड नॉट स्टॉप मी. बट ही प्रेफर्ड टू वेट टिल द प्रॉम्प्टिंग टू रिफ्रेन केम फ्रॉम विद इन. रिफ्रेन इज टू स्टॉप वन सेल्फ, अपने को किसी चीज़ से रोकना, रिफ्रेन करना. तो बेसिकली टैगोर क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं? दैट his father gave him a chance कि वो ठीक है गलती कर रहे हैं, but he should learn from his mistake. That is what his father was trying to teach. इसीलिए उन्होंने उनको थोड़ा freedom दे रखा था. A passive acceptance by us of the correct and the proper did not satisfy him. He wanted us to love truth with our whole hearts. He knew that mere acquiescence without love is empty. He also knew the truth, if strayed from, can be found again, but a forced or blind acceptance of it from the outside effectually bars the way in. तो जब हम किसी के ऊपर कोई चीज़ इम्पोज करते हैं ना, फोर्स करते हैं, वो उसको कभी ओबे नहीं करेगा. लेकिन जब उसको खुद उस बात की समझ आ जाती है, देन फिर वो ओबे करने वाली बात नहीं है. फिर वो क्या है? फिर इट इज़ द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द पर्सन. Okay, blind acceptance that he's writing. In my early youth, I had conceived a fancy to journey along the Grand Trunk Road right up to Peshawar in a bullock cart. No one else supported the scheme, and doubtless there was much to be urged against it as a practical proposition. But when I discoursed on it to my father, he was sure it was a splendid idea. Travelling by railroad was not worth the name. With which observation he proceeded to recount to me his own adventurous wanderings on foot and horseback. Of any chance of discomfort or peril is difficulty, he had not a word to say. Again, 3 dots. So in this paragraph, what he is trying to tell you that ग्रैंड ट्रंक रोड, जिसको हम जीटी रोड बोलते हैं, वो ग्रैंड ट्रंक रोड होता है. अमृतसर पेशावर की बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ. एट दैट टाइम और इवन नाउ जीटी रोड पे कोई भी आपको बुलॉक कार्ट पे ट्रेवल करने के लिए अलाउ नहीं करेगा, राइट? बट हिज फादर, ही गेव हिम अ चांस. ही सेड ओके, देयर इज नो इशू विद दैट. और फिर वो क्या करते थे, वो अपने भी एडवेंचरस wanderings, अपनी भी adventurous experiences on foot and horseback that he used to share with Tagore. As he allowed me to wander about the mountains at my will, so in the quest for truth, he left me free to select my path. Now this is freedom. And freedom to know what? Freedom to know the truth. He was not deterred by the danger of making mistakes. He was not alarmed at the prospect of my encountering sorrow. He held up a standard, not a disciplinary rod. Now again 3 dots have been missed. Something has again been missed here and something has again been missed here. Left out. Missed नहीं बोलेंगे, left out. Now this is the crux of your essay. कि टैगोर को उनके फादर ने जो लर्निंग दी, वो किस तरह की लर्निंग थी. इट वॉज नॉट कि डंडा लेके वो उनको सिखा रहे थे, ठीक है. ही वॉज गिविंग हिम एजुकेशन दैट केम थ्रू एक्सपीरियंस, राइट, एंड लर्निंग दैट केम अगेन थ्रू एक्सपीरियंस एंड थ्रू मिस्टेक्स. After I had thus spent a few months with him, my father sent me back home with his attendant Kishore. So with this, the essay is over. Now let us talk about what are the main aspects that are being talked in the essay. What lessons is Tagore trying to give us through the essay at the Himalayas? These are the main aspects. 2 main aspects over here. हम इनको थोड़ा elaborate करेंगे अब, क्योंकि हमने ऐसे पढ़ लिया है. First is, of course, Tagore is giving us a glimpse of his interaction with the nature in Dalhousie, and this essay provides an idea of Tagore's informal education that he received from his father and his own experiences. So, what were the things that his father taught him? Number 1, he was giving him an informal education. Through this, what was happening? Tagore was learning through experience, and Tagore was also learning by his mistakes. Then Tagore's father, he never gave him teachings, या इस तरीके से उन्होंने उन्हें कभी नहीं पढ़ाया that there was a teacher who was always sitting with a stick in his hand, disciplinary rod. Okay, that was never there. What was there? There was freedom to learn. There was independence to learn, and not just to learn, but for what? To know the truth. Why? क्या बोल रहे हैं टैगोर के फादर ने? क्या बोला? That if truth, or let us say truth, needs to be realized and understood, it cannot be imposed. Only then the person understands the real meaning of truth. And this is the education and experience that who gave? That was given by Tagore's father. अब फ्रीडम की जो हमने यहाँ बात करी है, ऑब्वियसली ट्रूथ के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में तो हमने बात करी है टेगोर ने अपने ऐसे में, बट यू शुड ऑल्सो रिमेंबर दैट द फ्रीडम दैट ही गेव टू मूव अबाउट इन द माउंटेन्स, है ना, द फ्रीडम ही गेव अबाउट टू गो अलोन टू द फॉरेस्ट. सो दिस वॉज what did it make Tagore? It made him, let us say, it made him strong, the independence that he was given, and self-reliant, है ना. किसी नौकर को, या कौन थे ये इनके, किशोरी जी, अटेंडेंट जो थे, he was not sent to the forest with Tagore. So through this freedom he wanted to make him strong, and he wanted to make him self-reliant. Okay, so these are various aspects that have been talked in the essay, but जो दो जरूरी बातें आपको याद रखने की हैं वो ये हैं. Okay, I have elaborated upon this aspect. This is quite simple, that what is happening here. It is just his experiences here, and over here it is his learning experience in the nature, learning that he had the way his father, जैसे कि उनके फादर ने उनको पढ़ाया, मॉर्निंग लेसन्स संस्कृत के, देन पोस्ट ब्रेकफास्ट लेसन्स वर इंग्लिश, एंड देन उनको अकेले फॉरेस्ट में जाने देना, मेकिंग हिम सेल्फ रिलायंट, then teaching him about the planets, letting him see the stars, and all these things, you know. So this was the informal education that he received from his father, and he did not, एक और बहुत important चीज मैंने obviously I have added here, that he did not imposed or forced things on him. अब truth की बात यही आ जाती है ना, truth कि आप रियलाइज कर सको व्हाट इज रॉन्ग, व्हाट इज राइट. अगर आपको इम्पोज किया जा रहा है, नो डोंट डू दिस, ह्यूमन टेंडेंसी है कि यू विल डू दैट. ओके, बट व्हेन you realize the truth through experience, through learning or through mistake, तब आपको truth का real meaning पता होता है. Okay, that is what Tagore has talked about in his essay at the Himalayas. So I hope you enjoyed this interesting essay. Go through it. I will be giving you some questions, right? And if you have any queries, most welcome. Thank you.